Well, everyone, it's Sunday, April the 6th, 2025. I'm Doug. It's time once again to play some connections. What do we have today? All right, today let's get that right. There we go. Oh, today we have the following: trash, pizza, cable, remote, cool, water, hip, resistance, current, Spike Lee, dovetail, gas, reserved, voltage, distant, and charge. Well, resistance, current, voltage, and charge are all terms related to electricity. That's probably going to be your yellow. Is that correct? What an electrometer measures? Well, I mean, that's true too. Interesting. I feel like technically I get the point on that. Maybe I could have been a little more specific. I have to assume that like everyone is going to call this out as related to electricity. I don't think anyone was just natively going to say that first. So a little bit interesting. I feel like I get the point for that. Of course, in the comments, let me know. Hip, cool. I don't see other things that are hip and cool. Maybe that makes me very unhip and uncool if I don't see it. Let's see. A remote, cable, things to do with TV, obviously. Nope. To dovetail. Gas. What on earth is going on here? Spike Lee. Things you see seated courtside at the Knicks game. I don't know. I'm not sure what the hell to do with Spike Lee, so we'll hold off on Mr. Lee. Pizza party. I feel like there's got to be a phrase here, right? There has to be a phrase here. Reserved and distant, remote, like shy, right? Remote, distant, reserved, cool, low key, aloof. Okay. It's kind of close to that, right? Would low key and aloof be considered synonyms? Maybe not. I may have chose poorly the word I used to characterize this. I could see the case not only getting a half point for that. I mean, I had the spirit of it. But in fairness, I could see really only giving me half point on that one. Green and purple here, still to be figured out. Oh, okay. Water, cable, gas, and trash. These are average monthly household expenses. You typically pay for water service, cable TV, trash removal, and gas if you use gas appliances. So that's going to be that one, right? There it is, utilities. Okay, there you go. So now we're at purple. Hip, pizza, Spike Lee, and dovetail. I have no idea. I know Spike Lee is a famous director of films and various entertainment. I will freely admit I couldn't recite his body of work. It is possible that this has to do with a Spike Lee film. The pizza and dovetail, but I would have no way of being able to identify it. I mean, honestly, famous pizza in movies and TV, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I could be wrong. I don't think Spike Lee directed any of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles properties, but I could be wrong on that. I guess you could make the case that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise is hip. I don't know about Dovetail. It's possible that there is a character in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles universe that's called Dovetail. Fun little quick story. My first job when I was 16 years old, so we're talking about 1989. 1989, I worked at a retail store in New England in Connecticut called Bradley's. It was a regional department store, and I was in charge of the toy department. And this was when the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles first come out, like their first appearance as a thing in toys, and people went nuts for the Turtles, and we would get like these boxes of Turtles, and it's all I could do to get the boxes out from the back into the aisles, and I was just swarmed by people wanting the Turtles, and I learned a lot. I became a man in 1989. I learned how to fight. I learned how to defend myself. But anyway, that has nothing to do with this, does it? So anyhow, I'm gonna throw a Hail Mary pass because I'm not familiar with the subjects likely being talked about. And I'm gonna throw the Hail Mary and suggest that these are all somehow connected to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles world. And I'm gonna stand by that. I sure am. Is that the answer? Joint. Spike. I know I've heard Spike Lee refer to his films as joints. Is a slang, and then pizza joint, hip joint, dovetail joint. I'm not familiar with dovetail joint. I may have heard that before, but so infrequently that I never felt like I wouldn't recall that. I wouldn't associate dovetail and joint. Interesting. Well, okay. What have we learned today? I have an interesting connection to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but it had nothing to do with today's puzzle. It helped us in no way whatsoever. At best, I can be given 2.5 to 3 points, but I'm a happy camper because I had a great time, as I always do playing this, and I hope you did too. What was your first job? Curious. If that's too personal, don't answer. Am I the only one that worked at a toy store as my first job? One of these days, maybe I'll tell you my story about dealing with Nintendo games. I was also there when they first came out. That was always a fun thing. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching. As always, I appreciate your company, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for some more connections.